mute for you and a mute for it's all good. Frank's from Chicago, so he gets a pass. Welcome everybody to episode 207 of the Sports Drive. My name is Josh Lopez. You can call me Joshua. You can call me Joshy. Just call me whatever you want.
Gooey Hump. Right. That's what I call you.
Yeah, you can call me the Gooey Hump as well. I am the host and producer of the Sports Drive here to direct the chaos that is known as the Sports Drive. This is non-filter audio. So if you're easily offended by foul language or comedy, this show may not be for you. And we have no time for miserable people on this show, period. We do the show every single Friday to get you ready for the football weekend. We're going to make our predictions.
Football!
Yes. For Survivor Series coming up this weekend from Houston, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Houston's getting a big weekend. On Saturday, this NXT TakeOver War Games. Then Survivor Series, then Raw and SmackDown. So Houston's getting 4 straight WWE shows in their town this weekend.
Yeah. Boy, what a time to be from Houston.
Yeah.
Right? A World Series. Now you get all these great WWE events.
Yes.
The defending World Series champions, the Rockets are doing well in the NBA, and now you got these WWE events.
I want to start things off not in a somber mode, but I want to send a big congratulations to Mike and Mike, who finished their long run on ESPN Radio this morning. Mike and Mike has always been a big part of my childhood. That's how I always started the mornings. Once I started understanding what was going on in this life, as a kid. And Mike and Mike has been around as long as I've been around. And Mike and Mike is one of the reasons why I wanted to give this broadcasting thing a shot. And, we come on here and we do rip ESPN, the company, and some of their personalities here and there. But I've always appreciated Mike and Mike because they're genuine and they just did things on their own accord. And instead of trying to be hot take people, like they just wanted to have fun with this stuff. And I always enjoyed their segments with like Frank Caliendo and doing the impressions and stuff. So that's always stuff that I got a kick out of. And it sucks that it's happening, but Greenberg's getting his own show called Get Up, and Golik's now doing a radio show with Trey Wingo going on in the future. So 18 years to do a run like this for anybody who's actually in the broadcasting business and understands doing a show with a partner every single day like they did for over 18 years. It's not easy. So for everybody here at the Sports Drive, I just want to say thanks, Mike and Mike, for everything you've done for the sports.
Here's to you, Mike and Mike. Here's to you. Mike Greenberg, Mike Golick, here's to you.
I know Jeff was in. I'll leave it there. I know he doesn't like greenies. I remember you used to rip from my Sports World Radio. But anyways, we have a fun show for you guys today. And for example, just like we do at every Sports Drive. Judy. How's your plans? I had to go to Macy's to get 3 winter coats because the winter really came here fast here in Chicago.
Oh, Judy, my life's going to be a living hell next week. Oh, the courts have ordered me to have my kids over Thanksgiving weekend. Oh, my goodness. God help, God save my soul. That's going to happen starting Wednesday. Oh, and not only that, they're going to be here for Thanksgiving dinner. And they're going to be throwing fits when I tell them dinner's not done yet. They're going to be causing an ulcer. And before you know it, what was supposed to be a nice Thanksgiving dinner will turn out for me to be eating nothing more than government cheese.
Hey, Sean, I got a question for you. Are you gonna go to Cost Cutters before your family comes up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho next week?
The hair is starting to grow. I'm gonna let it grow back, and it's just fine. Shut up, Browning.
What are you talking about? Your hair grow?
It's like a mop.
Yeah, it's not a mop at all. Look, I had gotten a buzz there. Yeah, at least. I've always said it ever since I've gotten haircuts at Walmart. I at least have the ability to go into a Cost Cutters at Walmart. I have the ability to go into Cost Cutters and get a haircut.
Hey, I have the ability to go after Waterfall, but you don't.
You know what? You wussies refuse to even go to a Cost Cutters, and I've tried to challenge you. So that means
I got a barber. I got a barber. I've had a barber for many years now, dude.
Well, try going to Cost Cutters. Try something
Sean,
new.
are
What
you
do you got?
deaf?
To lose?
Hey, Sean, I got your cost cutters right here.
Are you deaf? I got a barber, dude.
I'm not deaf at all.
How about this? Amen.
Exactly. Not for another 3 months, Josh. Jeez.
We need to get rid of the lines. Remember, I've talked with the FBI and the
There
CIA.
you go.
Take your phones.
Yeah, hey, dude. I got Sean. What people? Who do you know specifically that maybe we should know?
You see, with my phone right over here, like I said, there's going to come a time when I'm
God.
FBI and CIA.
And then
Hey, folks, we're
Sean, are you gonna assassinate? Let me ask you this: are you gonna assassinate other world leaders?
no.
I'm not going to assassinate other leaders. I just told the CIA and FBI that a couple boys, one from Florida and one from Illinois, need to turn their phones over. And you too, Browning.
I'm from Chirac. I'm not from.
Hey, Sean,
I'm not in the suburbs. I'm in the
Hey,
actual city.
Guys, we just wait. Sean, if this is indeed true, Sean's gonna overthrow other nation governments.
jeez.
Watch.
Great.
He's gonna overthrow
Can
governments.
he overthrow our retarded president, please? Can we do that? Can we make that happen? The love of God. Anyways. By the way, are you guys getting ready for some Thanksgiving football next Thursday? Games.
No, I'm actually looking forward to Thanksgiving turkey and other
I
stuff.
guess because
Hey,
Cowboys,
you know what? I think the Bears might have a shot this weekend with the fact that the Lions are playing the Vikings in a big divisional home game next week. I think we might got a shot this weekend, Frank.
Maybe we do. Yeah, I checked. Yeah, the Bears' schedule's kind of tough, though. I mean, they got Philadelphia. Hey, you know what?
Hold on. Don't tell me that the Cincinnati Bengals and the 49ers
No.
are
Chloe, you gotta listen to me, Jabroni. Listen, Jabroni. They got the Lions. I'll admit, still a tough opponent.
Oh my.
They got the Eagles. They go on the road, tough opponent there.
Okay.
And then they play the Cupcakes in December. They play the 49ers and the Browns.
Win.
The Bears, yeah, well, you know what? Not
and the
only win.
Bengals.
Okay, well, how about this? Not only win. How about Ethiopia?
Now, here's a question there, gentlemen. Aren't you guys happy again that it's the Lions and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving? Now, come on.
No, I'm not.
What's the matter with it? That's been a tradition for
Because
years.
it's Cowboys.
Fuck Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. How about that? That's how I feel about your traditions.
Hey,
Yeah, dude.
I have to. Never mind. I'll save it for an opening rant. I'll save
You
it.
know what I miss? You know what
I
I miss?
remember when the Bears beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
You know what I miss?
10
I
years
gotta tell
ago.
you. Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I miss about my late teens and early 20s? I miss having to watch SmackDown on Thanksgiving night.
But
That's what I
think
miss.
about it. Think about it, Josh, Frank, and Browning. The Lions been playing Thanksgiving since 1934, and the Cowboys have been
Wonderful.
playing since the decade of the 60s for Thanksgiving.
Lovely.
Come on. What
Yeah.
the heck?
here.
Wasn't there a tie one time at Thanksgiving?
I think
The
so.
Lions.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
And now you got 3 games. You got a morning game, an afternoon, and then a Thursday night a Thanksgiving night game.
Yeah, because we can't go 1 week without Chris Collinsworth calling 2 games.
Yeah.
Let me check.
And don't forget, I think that's the Philadelphia Feagles against the Midgets. Or
Let me
whatever
check
you
the
call it.
Thanksgiving games. Let me Google it. Thanksgiving games.
Browning was shaking his head.
Eagles 8-1, so.
Oh my goodness! My goodness!
What's the late night game on?
Oh, you gotta be bleeping me. Okay, listen to this. It's the New York Giants at the Washington Redskins.
Oh, yeah.
That's brutal.
Hey, is it true turkey makes you sleep?
That's brutal.
What do you
Is
mean
it true
that's
turkey
brutal?
makes you sleep? Because I'll sleep during that.
That's
Redskins
brutal.
and Giants.
That's brutal, Bob Evans.
Stuff yourself with turkey and then watch the Thursday night
No.
game between the
Oh, I'm
Giants and
sleeping.
Redskins.
I'm gonna
Gentlemen,
sleep.
gentlemen, let's get to the Tommy Edwards introduction, shall we?
As
Oh,
well.
We got to get the intro. I'm already off the charts. We got to
I
get
got
the
nothing
intro.
else to do.
Oh, yeah.
Best intro in sports.
Yep.
We got the best idea in sports, the best intro in sports. What else do we have?
The best crew in sports.
Yes.
And now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
What?
At 4 from Blue Bogey, Indiana. This young man is a product of the state of Illinois, and he's an all-around rap bastard. Here's the Robert Shapiro, the sports driver, the big bag to win himself, Frank Sprinkle.
How's everyone doing? By the way, I don't have a shout-out like Brownie Beastar does, so I don't have my life's boring. But I don't have to work today, which is kind of nice.
Nice.
The man in the middle from Blue Bumblebee, Kentucky. This young man has a bald spot, but it's okay. This young man is the proprietor of all the Kentucky Waterfall and Tennessee Waterfall down there in the Bluegrass State. This young man is the bowling master, by the way. Here he is, the brownie master, Andrew Browning.
What's going on, guys? It's going to be a good show, and shout out to my boy Chucky Smith and Mrs. Sour Train himself.
What up, Chucky Cheese Smooth?
What up, Chucky?
There we go.
Smooth, Donnie, Green Boy.
Donnie who?
Hey, Sean, are you floating, dude? Are you having that time of the month?
Oh,
It's like Sean's least favorite part of the show where he has to say, "What up, Chucky?"
He doesn't have to say it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to say it, dude.
Smooth.
Before anything else, we may be joined by the snowman, but no guarantees. I just want to throw
I
that
just
out.
messaged him. I messaged him to see if he's going to come. No reply yet.
All right, here we go. We have a 5'1" point guard from I don't know what the fuck college in Idaho, Billings, Montana, or Minnesota. This young man is the proprietor of all Walmart strip clubs. Here he is, the Walmart boy, and Drew Carey's long lost cousin, Sean.
Welcome everybody to this
that's why I'm muted.
time. Somebody took off their headset. Boy, that was quick. Good to see Frank there. Good to see Browning. And of course, I am John Mann. Of course, it's great to be back. It's Friday, November 17th, 2017. It's 11:15 a.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 8:15 a.m. on the West on a cloudy. And it's been raining the last couple of days out here in Idaho. Now, we go back to Frank to bring in you know who. Take it away, Frank.
What do you want, dude?
It's to Howard Finkel.
Nice.
Full intro. It's scheduled for anything but Woodfall.
Woodfall.
That's so phenomenal. Introducing a guy who will interfere in the match of his choosing at Survivor Series this Sunday. He is the glowing up Josh Pears.
Yeah.
And also, believe me, we got the #1 resources, the #1 infrastructure. We're going to build the greatest wall ever. You know, it's so great to be on a Friday. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Frank, let me speak. I like to say to all the fake news out there, especially NBC and CBS, all the fake news out there. I'm going to build the wall between the Green Wall and the TD Garden.
Oh.
So no Red Sox fans go to Celtics games.
Josh.
Hey, Gleehop, you know what you sound like? Gleehop, you know what you sound like? You sound like the who portrays Trump on Saturday Night Live?
I'm doing Frank Caliendo's Trump.
You sound like the exact. You sound like the dude that portrays Trump on Saturday. Yeah, that's it. You sound like Alec Baldwin. I'm not kidding. This is no joke. You literally sound like Alec Baldwin from Saturday Night Live in terms of his
I take that as a compliment. I like Alec Baldwin.
You sound just like him.
I think that's a compliment. I
He
appreciate
doesn't
that.
even sound very close to Trump.
Oh.
He sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, it doesn't sound like Alec Baldwin.
I thought he sounded like the former governor from California.
I don't sound like a robot.
The Uzi, hey, I got one. The Uzi 9mm. The Uzi 9mm.
I like you guys to be quiet.
The Uzi 9mm.
And then?
The Uzi 9mm.
We got the #1 escalators. The
No, we have opening rants.
we have the #1 merchandising brand. the #1 rated show, The Celebrity Apprentice.
Yep.
Uzi 9mm.
And don't we have opening rants to get to or something?
We'll get to the bullshit tips, dude.
Sean, you didn't vote for me this year?
If you want me to go first, I can.
No, I'll go first, actually. All right, here we go.
Oh, man.
You guys want me to do the Chicago impression? to let me know.
I don't know. It's up to you, dude.
Josh has a major boner he has to pick with somebody.
Oh my.
Owner.
This is just stuff that I don't understand personally from life and pop culture. How do you go in and out of a relationship with somebody 4 times out of the last 7 years? So I go on Twitter yesterday, and little to be known, I find out that here we are again. Selena Gomez was found making out with Justin Bieber at an ice rink. And this is the 4th time in 7 years that these two Nimrods have gotten back with each other. It's got to the point where I'm calling Selena Gomez a Nimrod, and I like her because she's fucking hot. You haven't learned your lesson the first 3 times that he cheated on you and treated you like crap?
Yeah.
I'm hoodwinked. I'm in love.
Love?
Yes.
Drugs are bad. To Selena Gomez, drugs are bad. You shouldn't be using drugs because if you do, you're bad. Because drugs are bad. Okay.
Also, this is go out to every sports radio broadcaster here in the city of Chicago. I think you should be embarrassed because you lowered your standards and lowered the fact that you have to go to a fan element instead of being objective. Now in sports talk radio, it's everything what the fans say and what the fans do this and the fans do that. I want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear what Bob from Rosemont thinks. I could give a flying fig doing what Bob and Rosemont thinks. Yeah, I'll take his phone call when he calls into the show, but I'm not going to form my entire show over what Bob from Rosemont thinks. I could give a flying fig doing what he has to say. Or Bob from Aurora, or Billy from fucking Rockford, or Jimmy Jack from Joliet. I do not care what these Nimrods have to say. So one jackass is gonna call you to ESPN 1000 and like, oh, John Fox needs to be fired, and that's my entire show the rest of the day. John Fox needs to be fired. Stop with the BS already and form your own opinions, especially you, Mr. Flipper, David Kaplan. Stop letting people speak for you. Oh, I heard some good from my sources. I heard from good friends close to the situation that said, oh, this is going to happen and this happened. I want to hear your opinion. I listen to Cap and Company. I'm not listening to Sources and Company. Jackass.
I'm surprised David Kaplan's even working. The Cubs season is over. I'm surprised David Kaplan's even working now.
Everything he says is always coming off of what somebody else told him. I want to hear what you had to say. Come up with your own opinions. Have your own convictions. Yes, Skip Bayless is a moron, but guess what? That's his opinions, and he's a moron for his opinions. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like you're going to allow freaking Billy from Waukesha, Wisconsin call into your radio show, and then that's going to be the template for your entire program the rest of the show. I Billy. It is. And who the hell do you think you are to tell people and organizations who and not to fire?
Man.
Yeah, really.
So suddenly, just because the Bears have had bad luck with injuries over the last couple years, that means John Fox is a horrible coach? Give me a break. The guy brought 2 organizations to the freaking Super Bowl. He won a playoff game with Tim Tebow. Never repeat that again. He beat the Pittsburgh Steelers with Tim Tebow. And you're going to act like John Fox is a horrible coach. No, I'm not going to come on here and tell you that John Fox is one of the greatest coaches of all time. He should have beat the Patriots in that Super Bowl in 2003 because that was bullshit. But
I knew that was coming.
But still, he brought 2 organizations to the Super Bowl, and everybody here in the city of Chicago acts like John Fox is the second coming of Mark Trestman. Our city has our heads shoved so far up our fucking ass during that whole Mark Trestman, Phil Emery era that we can't move on from it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I should move on. I hope you would.
It just proves that
frustrating, man.
I know. It also proves, Josh, it's a very good point that some fans just have no patience because their teams aren't doing well. You have to realize you're not going to win every year. You're going to have your winning years and you're going to have your losing years. I've been with my teams through the good years and the bad years. That's just the way it goes.
Of course.
And then you always have these sarcastic callers. Wow. I'm just saying, you know, the Bears better watch out. And it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, like they always add a caveat to whatever comment or question they have for the radio host. It's like, you're listening to my show. I'm not here to listen to your thing. Like, everybody in the city of Chicago that's a sports radio call calls in with these nasally accents and sarcastic attitudes. It's just embarrassing, man. It's gone to the point where I feel like Chicago's turning into New York in regards to the fan base. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah, New York's pretty tough. You're right there, Boy Hump.
Well, Boston can be another way too. They can be rough too. I've listened.
Yeah,
to
when they're not spewing out racial innuendos. But go ahead.
Boston, it can be rough there too, because I've listened before many times, even before I called in, you know, on a tirade with one of my favorite teams. But it's just really sad about how people are these days and have to be opinionated and express their opinions. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I got into a disagreement on Facebook with some people about Giancarlo Stanton, but you know, that's my opinion. Who wants to go next? I'm just waiting.
Who's next, Boy Hump?
I guess you want me to go. Okay. Boston Celtics. I got to tell you, Celtics, that was an outstanding game last night. You shot 32% from the floor, and I was yelling at the TV, "Stop shooting the threes!" I mean, I was sitting there like saying, "No, quit shooting threes! You're killing me over here."
Shoot that three. Shoot that three.
No. I don't want that.
Shoot the three.
It's a great game, though. I will admit the Warriors are a team that still knows they got plenty in the tank to get to the championship and win it again. But it was a good one. This could be a finals matchup in June. You know what? Oh, come on. The Fuckaleers are very good. Warriors should have lost to Dallas. Knicks. They should have lost to Charlotte. The Fuckaleers suck. They're not very good. LeBron James is fucking old. The guy's fucking injury prone right now this year. The team, he's not very good.
He's old. I'm older than him. Does that make me old?
All I'm saying, though, Frank and Josh, is that LeBron is on the decline, okay?
Yes, he is.
If people think that he, you know, and I get really upset, too, with ESPN. You're another part of the opening rant about the major accomplishment of the Celtics. Yet, let's talk about the Fuckaleers. They've won 3 in a row. Big freaking deal. The freaking team is not very good.
I don't watch Sports Center much. How would I know?
That's tremendous.
Frank, because ESPN is absolutely the worst network. They should pull the plugs and end the channel and get rid of it. It's not a good channel anymore.
ESPN's already in trouble, Sean. They're losing money. They're late. There's gonna be more layoffs coming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be more layoffs.
Sure, there is.
There's gonna be more layoffs, and you know it won't be long. It's gonna be gone. ESPN is very close, I think, to basically being done, and then all the other sports like MLB, the NBA, the NFL will be moving to another place. Probably Fox Sports 1, or maybe go to the NBC Sports Network or Versus.
Better. That's better. NBC Sports Network's better anyway.
Well, remember, they had signed a nice contract, NBC Sports Network, with the National Hockey League. So that's why I'm saying I don't think ESPN's going to be around, because the popularity of it's bad, and I feel really frustrated about the fact that they've laid off so many people. But no, the Fuckaleers suck. They barely beat Charlotte. They should have lost against Dallas, even come back and beat the Knicks, because the Knicks had a 23-point lead. I'm sorry, Browning. The Fuckaleers suck.
You're apologizing to him, dude. You don't have to apologize.
But anyway, Celtics played a good game, and 14 in a row. I can still see them getting to the finals and winning it, because they've got rebounding and they've got depth, and they know eventually they're going to beat Shitland when they meet eventually.
You have the Trump or Trent.
I'll get to Trump in a second. As for the Boston Bruins, I got to rant with you.
No,
Bucharest, the guy is so freaking slow. I watched the game against the
Gosh, you sound like a Chicago sports caller on talk radio. Gosh.
But he's so goddamn slow. I mean, against the Maple Leafs, he gave up 4 goals. The Bruins did beat the Kings last night, and I was happy about that. But they're I was saying, but the Bruins win 5 or 10, and then we'll start talking. But anyway, they're playing great, and the Patriots, they keep rolling as always, because I always know that they were going to come right around, and they're 7-2. Oh, come on. Hey, you know something? I got 14-2 correct last year. Chances are I can get 14-2 correct this year. Come on. What's the matter with you? Have the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, have the Celtics win the finals, and the Red Sox go to the World Series when they get new Giancarlo Stanton, who I still see going to the Boston Red Sox. Anyways, I got to Donald Trump. Trump, I have to be honest with you. You effing suck, you fucking Nimrod. You don't deserve to be president of the United States.
Instead of safe feet every week,
this guy deserves to be. And you know what? The Democrats, I'm very proud. Impeach this prick and get him out. Guy's been nothing but a disaster. Oh, he's going to make America great again. He has not made America great again. We're going backwards, not forwards. The guy hasn't done a goddamn thing. Sits on his goddamn ass, and what the fuck does he do? Oh, I'm going to go tweet. I'm going to go tweet.
What are you going to impeach him on, Sean? You can't just impeach a guy because you want him impeached. There's got to be grounds for impeachment.
He's unfit to be president, Frank.
But that's not good enough. I think he's perfect.
Chicago. No fit in Chicago.
Oh, Frank, let's remember that Senator Corker, a Republican, has said that the White House is like a daycare. That's funny as hell. It really is a daycare.
We need to get you in one of those political roundtables on MSNBC or something.
Hey, you know what?
We're putting on CNN. Yeah, fine.
I'd rather be Donald Trump than Al Franken right now. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Senator Blake also said that he's not going to run because he doesn't want to work with Trump. See, Trump's losing it with the Democrats totally, and he's losing his support of his own party because he doesn't know how to be an effective commander-in-chief. Trump, get off your ass and stop being on Twitter. You spend a majority of days on Twitter. You need to be – otherwise, get your ass out. People want you out.
I have the #1 Twitter account.
I swear you sound like Alec Baldwin on his Trump impersonation from Saturday Night Live blowing up. You really do.
Oh, man.
It's almost a double. It's almost like a double.
I knew we're screwed, and he's very close to getting us into a nuclear war, and we're already at
war.
Okay, Sean, what are you doing to prepare for nuclear war? Huh? What are you doing to prepare?
Get the bomb shelters going.
What are you doing to prepare?
I've always said, we'll be lucky if we're alive over the next 4 years because this frickin' idiot doesn't.
So, Sean, let me ask you this. Sean, let me ask you this. Do you want to die? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
For reals. No, I don't want to die.
No, then prepare. Then what are you doing to prepare for nuclear war?
Going to
getting enough food and getting enough Mountain Dews to get me through the day.
Mountain Dews?
Sean, I would recommend Mountain Dew. Sean, that's not good for your health, dude. That's not good for your health.
I have to be honest.
Neither is Subway Pizza.
Trump is really the worst president ever. I'm sorry. He is not a good president. He says he's going to make America great again, and then look at him. Put the travel ban on, which is stupid because other people can't even get into this country and go back to work or go back to school.
We're going to make it great
again.
He
also accused Obama. He also, bless you, by the way.
I am blessed.
He also accuses Obama of wiretapping. He can't work well with his own members of his own party. He can't even work well with the Democrats. And another thing, when somebody has something negative to say, and he also needs to stay out of the whole thing with the national anthem. Leave the players alone, dumbass.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm kind of with you on that one, dude.
You're not.
I'm kind of with you on that one.
And also, you don't even send the feds.
Wait, Chloe, hold on, Chloe, Shorty, can he send the feds to the Dan Ryan Expressway?
Yes, please.
Yeah, because there was another shooting there yesterday.
He doesn't send the feds to Chicago. He is absolutely the worst president ever, and he overtakes Nixon as #1 for worst. I can't wait till he's coming. I am really sick and tired of Trump. I really am. He's a fucking ass. No, what the fuck he's doing? He doesn't know how to run the fucking country, and he can't learn how to work with his own members of his own party.
My favorite part of the show.
The White House is a daycare center. Thank you, Senator Corker. It is a daycare center.
Really, how much did he charge?
Better alert the daycare center, Trump. Better go alert the daycare center, dumb shit. Fucking idiot.
Hey, Sean, too bad you're not 35. Would you run against Trump if you were 35?
Brownie, you can't see me, but
I'd be a better president than him. I'd fix the thing up, keep the economy going, and get rid of the travel ban and not try to make fucking lousy accusations toward people.
Okay, Sean, let me ask you this. So you're president's picture in a godforsaken world. You're president of the United States. You're trying to negotiate. You're trying to negotiate a deal with another country. Let's say in Asia. Let's say you're trying to negotiate something with the Japanese. Okay, you're across the table with the Japanese prime minister, whoever he or she is, and they give you a compromise. Are you going to go no? Let me ask you. Are you going to throw tables and chairs and all? Are you going to throw chairs and all of that around the Japanese prime minister?
Frank, no, Frank. He learned to negotiate with countries.
Yeah,
you don't try to
Leangelo ball.
You know what? I would be interested to know exactly what Trump and that Australian president say, because his tone wasn't very good with Australia. We're on the brink of nuclear war.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, I got a question for you, Sean. Is the Grinch supplying the weapons for this nuclear war?
Remember,
war. What is it good for?
Absolutely.
I got one. Misfits.
Go ahead. Go, John. What you're gonna say? Go ahead.
You did say that after we get done with Thanksgiving and Christmas, there'll be no mention of
I
the
said
Grinch.
after the New Year's, there'll be no more Grinch stuff.
Good. I'm glad. I'm really happy because I don't, of course I'll be ready for Christmas. I mean, I know a week from today is Black Friday, so I just think, in my opinion, and also I say this too, the Trumps are not even compared to the Kennedy family. The Kennedy family was way better than this stupid family who doesn't know what the heck they're doing.
I don't care about Democrats or Republicans, so I don't have a horse in the race.
Don't worry. The Democrats are going to get somebody strong and better enough than Trump. And Trump may not even make it out of his first term. He's going to get impeached or a resignation.
No, he won't resign. I'll tell you that. He's got a big enough ego. He will not resign, Sean. Trust me on that.
The liberals are ruining our country.
I don't know, Frank.
He can resign, dude. Sean, trust me on this. Donald Trump's ego is way too big for him to resign.
He has a low approval rating, Frank. He's got the lowest approval rating ever.
By the way, those giving out the ratings are fans of his.
Yeah, dude, it's too biased. Yeah, it's fake news all the way, dude.
Unfortunately, I'm not even a Trump guy, but there's no way he's going to get impeached with the way the Congress structure is right now.
There's already 5 articles.
There's way too many Republicans letting their voice be heard on these type of topics.
But don't forget, he's losing support of his own party. He is. And when Trump does get impeached, it's going to be great.
I want him to be impeached too, but I'm not going to.
But here's the thing, hey, Sean. Bill Clinton got impeached, but he wasn't removed from office. Just because you get impeached doesn't mean you're going to be removed from office.
He'll be impeached because Trump is not good, okay? Think about all the people that he fired. He fired FBI Director Comey. He had other members of his administration.
James Comey, you're fired!
You know why? Because the FBI Director was launching the whole investigation of the fact that the election was hacked last year by the Russians. So that's why he fired him. Think about all the people that have resigned or been fired because of that piece of crap.
Where's your emails?
Oh yeah, the country needs a businessman. What a bunch of shit. The guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Trump is the worst president ever. He is unfit to be president. He doesn't know what the heck he's doing. And every time somebody says something about him, he's all butthurt and he spends the majority of his day going on Twitter and trying to
blah, 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 blah.
Fuck Trump and fuck him.
Last Trump person that would go to Browning because we let Sean have his 25 minutes with Trump hate. So. All right, here we go. The auto industry is at an all-time low.
Dude, once again, you sound like Alec Baldwin.
Oh, man.
One and the same.
Trust me, Frank. I'll take it as a compliment. I'm not offended by that.
No, you really are. No, I'm not. When I say something, it's not to insult.
Yeah.
I mean it.
All right, Brady, go ahead. What's on your mind today?
Okay. So this past Sunday, I went to PTW in Georgetown. No, that's next month. But
Know where the match is.
it was good, but ATM lost. And Matt Stevens, the other guy that I hate right now.
Uh-huh.
And Matt Stevens, you suck. 'Cause,
Just like that.
Matt Stevens, you suck because even though you're going for Max Sled's PTW championship for the DVD taping, but
They all suck.
you know, Matt Stevens, you're a jobber, you suck. But
They all-
anyway,
Just tell they all
'Cause,
suck. The entire PTW roster sucks.
and except for Chucky Smith though.
Breaking news.
What's it going on?
This comes out from TMZ. A U.S. Navy pilot apologizes for making a drawing of a dong in the sky.
What?
I mean,
Oh,
is that really worth apologizing for?
He apologized for making a dildo in the
Dude, what is this?
sky.
Dude, what is our society coming to?
Oh, man.
This country is sick. This is
Yeah, it really is. Dude.
This like some Buffalo Bills kind of stuff, right?
Hey, let's go to Dildo Stadium.
I bet she's a Bills fan.
Hey,
Let's
the Bills home. Yeah, that reminds me of the Bills home Sunday. He would do well with the flyover in Buffalo.
But
I
that's-
don't know. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
no, you're fine. But Matt Stevens, you're a jobber, you suck. Even though you're going for the PTW title. And but that's it. Next.
Basically, PTW sucks. What?
So Matt Stevens sucks. That's my new line now. Oh,
All right, here we go.
Frank.
Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question. Who's going to be allegedly accused of sexual assault next? Because that's all
I
I've
have
been
no
hearing.
idea.
That's all I've been hearing the last month. I mean, it seems that with Harvey Weinstein, it was the tip of the iceberg. Now it has gone to Kevin Spacey. Al Franken, you can't say alleged. I mean, he was caught. That's still photo, so there's nothing alleged there.
Yeah.
It's
Justin
just,
Hoffman.
well, but alleged though. Alleged, Sean. We can't say. We got to use alleged here. We got to be very careful because this is serious stuff. But yeah, Dustin Hoffman allegedly. Sylvester Stallone as of yesterday allegedly. I guess we should question who is going to allegedly be next of sexual assault. I mean, that's all we've been hearing about. And to
Frank.
Sean's point, who mentioned it earlier, why did these jabronis come out years ago?
Yeah, you know, and
Yeah, exactly.
former President George Herbert Walker Bush. That's
right. He's been accused of sexual assault.
I honestly say this, that I can't watch the news with this. I just can't. It makes me sick even thinking about, looking at this. I mean, also don't forget about Bill Cosby. I was a big fan of the Cosby.
That goes way back. But that goes way back. I know what you're talking about, but that goes way back.
But it makes me sick. But, I said this before we came on the air. I said, I respect that Hoffman and Bush and that other comedian, I forget what his name is, have said, we did it. We apologize. I mean, I respect that. I think the public needs to accept that apology and say, we're all human beings. We do things that we wish we never would have done. We do things we kick ourselves for. But I've always said, one of the best things to do is to always own up for everything you've done. If you own up,
I agree.
if you own up and you apologize and you say you were totally wrong, like the breakup with my ex was hard, but I did some bad things too. But I've said to Josh and to Snowman and you to Frank and to Browning, I've owned up to everything. It wasn't easy. It was hard. And people are very proud of me that I've owned up to it. What I get upset about is how people think they can get away with it with me. But, I'm talking about me. I'm sorry. This is about the sexual assault. But I'm just saying I'm proud that people are willing to own up for their actions. We're not perfect. People are going to make mistakes. Hoffman felt bad. I mean, he apologized too. And, you know, even
I guess it wasn't a legend there.
Senator Franken, I respect that he apologized, but all the stuff about the sexual assault, Frank, for reals with the news, I can't watch it.
Well, why? Okay, but here's the thing. Why did that come earlier? I mean, look, I guess I do feel bad that these women were assaulted. I do. But why are you coming out all these years later? For instance, a guy like Al Franken, who started off as a writer on Saturday Night Live and is now a senator from Minnesota. Sure enough, he was a private citizen at the time. Why is that this lady should have come out years ago? Look, it happened, and I feel bad for you. I do. It was wrong and inconsiderate, and the photo proved it was wrong and inconsiderate. There's nothing alleged here. But why come out now? You should have taken action before.
Yeah.
And that's what I hope. And that's what I hope women do. Because you know what? This is not a laughing matter. I do hope women come forward immediately after it happens.
You know, it's like this, Frank and Josh. You know, it's hard because you're a famous person. People idolize you, and then this stuff comes out. And I was like thinking to myself, you know, maybe I don't want to be famous because it's just that, you know, people could always use stuff against me or you or whatever. But again, and try to do it. It's just really sad. And again, in today's world, it's a tough world because you always have to be careful with what you do, how you act, how you perform. And I mean, actions speak louder than words. You just got to watch what you do and watch what you say. Otherwise, you know, you got a lot of explaining to do to the public. And, you know, and then they were mentioning about, don't forget about this too. I heard about, my uncle also brought up about we were talking about Trump because I was going on a tirade about him, but former President Bill Clinton. Let's not forget about that. And one of my uncle did say last weekend, I was talking with him on the phone. He says, I don't understand why he just didn't own up for what he had done with Monica Lewinsky. I mean, it's just really sad that all of this stuff is coming out because media
blew that too out of proportion. They really did.
I mean, we're ending the year with talking about sexual assault from like 35 or a quarter century ago, or even throughout the 2000s, which is kind of shocking. But again, I turn off the news. I said, I can't watch this stuff. It just makes me sick. It really does. Makes me sick.
I smell what you're cooking, jabroni.
Josh, what do you think about this?
It's just unfortunate, and anybody that does any type of harm towards women, whether it's verbally or physically, whether you're punching women, or,
absolutely, yes,
or you take advantage of a woman, you're just a coward, in my opinion.
You should get your ass kicked.
I get that people make mistakes and people deserve second chances. I just think it's funny now that everybody wants to expose everybody now just because they have social media. So instead of like opening up to somebody you know personally about what happened to you, you're going out on social media and Twitter to expose people so people can feel sorry for you and get you likes and retweets on social media. I don't think that's cool. Like, yeah, you want to expose somebody, do it to the person's face or to a family member, but like, it's like I wouldn't go to the point to say like I'm not sure if some of these allegations are true or false because I don't know.
They're allegations.
I don't know, and they're
allegations.
They're allegations, but
keyword.
But there's so many of these coming out now. Like, what am I supposed to know what's real and what's fake? So, like, at the end of the day, my one stance on this is if you verbally or physically harm a woman, you're a coward, in my opinion. It's that simple.
Or if a woman harms a man, you know, that's also another bad thing.
I think that's wrong. Anybody that harms anybody is wrong. Physically, if you're going to harm somebody physically, it's all wrong.
So I give props and I appreciate that people who have done this stuff like Hoffman and Senator Franken and former President Bush, and then that other comedian, I forget what his name is. I forget who it was, but he got accused of it. All have owned up and apologized. I mean, that's the best thing I think you can do to the public. And my mom goes, "You're absolutely right, Sean. I think it's the best thing that people need to do." is always own up for your mistakes and learn from them and don't do them for the foreseeable future. But I agree with what you're saying, Josh. Now with the fact that social media is kind of involved with this is a bad thing. Like I said, this should have been handled back in the 80s or the 90s or in the 2000s. You know, even though in parts of the 2000s, social media was just at the beginning stages because Facebook came out in 2003, and I believe Twitter came out in 2003 when I took a computers course in college. So when I that.
No, are you barking like it? Wait, were you in Cleveland? Were you at the dog pound? Ruff, ruff.
No.
Sound like you're barking, dude.
We'll see what happens down the road and stuff too. And don't forget.
Guess what I did yesterday? Guess what I did yesterday, Frank?
Well, can I take a guess? You witnessed the shooting, right?
No, I covered a 5-hour pay-per-view.
Which pay-per-view was this?
So, for those that don't know, I have my own website that I started back in May called ProWrestlingTranscriptions.com. And on Thursdays, I do a throwback article, for Throwback Thursday. Everybody has the whole hashtag Throwback Thursday. On
right. I don't do that.
So every Thursday I do a throwback wrestling show. And yesterday I did Wrestle Kingdom 9, which is New Japan show.
And yes,
boy, that was long.
Wait, let me ask you, how were the matches like? Did they make ECW look something like a preschool class?
Let me just say that one of the matches, the first 5 minutes was just headbutts and forearms.
Oh,
really?
And stiff forearms.
You want to see, like I said, you want to see these Japanese Extreme Wrestling matches? They will literally make ECW
look like Disney World.
It will look like a trip to Disney World because what they did in ECW made Raw during the Attitude Era look like elementary school. What Japan Wrestling does, of course it does. But what Japan Wrestling does went way further than ECW from 1993 to 2001.
What was that other show that I used to watch as a kid during the 90s? Oh, Blue's Clues. There you go. Blue's Clues.
I never watched Blue's Clues. I was too old for that.
Of course, my shows were Home Improvement and Seinfeld. Don't forget about Seinfeld.
I also had the French Prince of Bel-Air. I was kind of urban in a way.
You know what?
Since I'm Puerto Rican, I'm also partially African American as well.
Yeah, do you know what? My sister and I used to watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air at 7 o'clock on NBC on Monday nights. And that's awesome. Don't forget, my sister used to love the next show that came on. My sister was a huge Blossom fan.
Remember George Lopez show?
Yeah, I did. Never watched it.
How about and Living Color?
Never watched that, too.
I'll make this quick, Josh, if it's okay with you. It's time really quickly for Sean Mann's Get ready for the NBA action tonight from the Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Name, by the way. Bankers
Life Fieldhouse.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, from the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It's the Detroit Pistons at the Indiana Pacers.
And then,
okay.
Hey, Browning Pistons are playing pretty good basketball right now. They're 10-4.
So from the Capital ID.
Yeah.
From the Capital One Arena from Washington, D.C., it's the Miami Heat, the Washington Wizards. Shut up, Browning.
Yeah, dude, shut up.
From the how about this one? The Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The Jazz taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Jazz haven't won a game on the road this year. From the Dumpin' Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, it'll be the L.A. Clippers taking on the Shetland Cavaliers.
Lovely.
Yeah. Although, Doc Rivers might be fired, though. The New York Knicks taking on the Toronto Raptors from the Air Canada Center tonight in Toronto, Ontario. From the United Center in Chicago, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Chicago Bulls. Right now, of course, the Bulls are 2-10, and I know that's not good news for Bulls fans. ESPN will have a doubleheader tonight. First game will be the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the San Antonio Spurs. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been very impressive of late. They're 9-5. They're taking on a team that Mark Cuban is getting very fed up about, the Dallas Mavericks.
He's fed up of his own team? Well,
come on. The Mavericks are 2-13. But, Josh, you said the Mavericks are bums.
Yeah, and Dennis Smith Jr. is overrated. Next.
What about Dirk Nowitzki? Don't forget about Dirk Nowitzki.
I'll go with Laurie Marketing over Dirk Nowitzki. Next.
Up this one from Sacramento, California, from the Golden One Center. It will be the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Sacramento Kings.
Wow, wow.
From the Pepsi Center, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Denver Nuggets.
Where's the trombone?
From the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, it'll be the Phoenix Suns taking on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, Phoenix is all right. The Lakers suck.
Let me say this really quick. I think we should change the name to the NBA to the EBA, the Ethiopia Basketball Association.
Oh my God!
Dude, the NFL goes to Ethiopia. We got to think of another poor third world nation to give the NBA to. Any suggestions?
And I'll make this very, very quick. Has other stuff to get to. From the National Hockey League.
Hey, dude, let's speak.
There are two games for the National Hockey League tonight. It'll be the New York Rangers at the Columbus Blue Jackets, and lastly, the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Detroit Red Wings. One game report for the NFL: the Pittsburgh Steelers the Tennessee Titans 40-17.
Yeah, I heard tonight. That game sucked.
Yeah, well, the Titans that jeopardized their playoff hopes. Pittsburgh moves to 8. The Steelers go to 8-2 overall. Ben Roethlisberger hoping that maybe this will be the last chance to do it. Oh, by the way, the other news to report from the NFL: Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys, are attempting to block. That's right, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, and I respect that. I think Roger Goodell is absolutely one of the worst commissioners ever. I hate the Thursday night.
The worst ever.
And well, I have to say this too, as a commissioner. For him being the commissioner, think about it. In 5 years, everybody, you could have a London football team.
Who cares?
Well, Brownie, you'd have to get your butt out of bed early every time when the Eagles went over to play in London.
How about that?
Yeah, he won't do that.
They're having a football team in London.
They wouldn't throw snowballs into the field.
Yeah.
Some fans are like that. At least in London, they drink their tea with their pinky up for some god reason.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget, the Queen Elizabeth would be able to go to the game.
I don't care about the Queen. Sean, I don't care about London. I don't care about them drinking tea with their pee stinking up.
Yeah.
I don't care about their false queen. As far as England goes, I could give the Beavers you know what.
No shot.
What would happen if you met Queen Elizabeth, Frank, and you had some London tea with her?
You know what I do? I fart right in front of her.
Wow.
Josh, you could meet Queen Elizabeth too, Josh, if you wanted to.
Stop.
And Brownie, you could meet Queen Elizabeth.
Be quiet.
All right, next one. Let's get this one over with. We got to move on.
That's our update. Back to Josh.
All right. Let me pull up the birthday shout-outs for today. Today is November 17th, 2017.
Happy birthday to him.
Yep. By the way, boys, I got my ticket set. I am going to WrestleMania in New Orleans next year.
Awesome.
My friend, Brother Carter, a.k.a. Derek Stoughton, he's letting me stay at his house in New Orleans. So I don't have to pay for a hotel this time. So it's going to be a fun time down there in New Orleans. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to WrestleMania at the Silverdome. My bad. I'm not Hulk Hogan. I mean the Superdome.
I remember saying that.
Superdome, yes, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Frank, unmute yourself, please.
Oh, Frank is unmuted. I didn't know. Oh, I must have muted him. I'm sorry, Frank, that I muted him.
Sean, why did you mute me, dude? Can I ask? I didn't interrupt you or anything like that, or going.
All right,
I was just waiting for one of your cheesy ass.
Sean, you need to lay off the Mountain Dew, dude. I can tell you're drinking a lot now. Sean.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go.
Spit the monkey.
Just 1 second. There you go. Here we go. Happy 57th.
Sean, don't have a cow, man.
Happy 57th birthday to RuPaul. Happy
She's still alive? Wait, RuPaul, she's still
No,
alive?
it's a dude, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Oh, dear Lord. I made a bad. Dude, I gotta throw up, dude. She looks like a man, though.
All right. Happy 39th birthday to one of my all-time movie crushes, Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, great waterfall. All right. Happy 73rd birthday to Danny DeVito. There you go.
How old's Danny DeVito today?
73.
Wow.
Is a great actor.
Yeah.
I did the show called Taxi.
Yeah, that's where he got a start on Taxi all those years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Happy 50th birthday to Ronnie DeVoe from the group New Edition.
Edition.
Yes.
Yes.
New Edition.
And lastly, sort of not least, we have happy 75th birthday to Martin Scorsese. Yes.
Martin Scorsese. He isn't right anymore, does he? He's really been out of the public spotlight forever, it seems.
Yeah, the director.
Or Station ID.
Last one. Happy 34th birthday to Ryan Braun, and also happy birthday to anybody that we forgot to mention.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I have one thing to mention. On this day in sports history, what's the Heidi Bowl, when a children's program interrupted a football game between the New York Jets.
Doesn't apply to us, Sean. Sean, we weren't alive then. Doesn't apply to us.
That was the big thing. That was a moment in television that pissed people off.
Frank, do the countdown, please.
Okay, but I'll get to 10. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Give me a few seconds. Okay, here we go. 10, what? 9, what? 8, what? 7, what? 6, what? 5, what? 4, what? 3, what? 2, what? 1, what? And then Gluey Hump, it's all yours.
This is I'm a jackass streaming live on worldwide television and on FS1. I'm accompanied by great Waterfall and Kristen Leahy, and she'll be doing the Herdline News. On the program today, we have Peter King from Monday Morning Quarterback. We also have Donald Trump, who will be talking about his plan for a better sporting culture. Believe me, we got the #1 sports fans out there. Colin, thank you for having me on your show.
What a doggone waste.
Back at you, that's
No, Gluey, how am I going to get it? When it comes to voice impersonations, you're pretty good at it, dude. You already
Yeah, you are.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
I got to get the theme.
Whoa.
Sorry. There you go. I have to do that. Thank you.
I didn't do anything.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
You need to start acting like you're 30, dude. Act like you have. Act like you have. Act like
that's a class.
Act like you're on your balls, dude.
Really?
What?
Hey, Frank?
What?
Huh? What?
What?
Yeah. Right now.
Sean, notice I don't mute you until the band show.
Everybody?
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to for the theme song. Shut up, you guys. You're driving me nuts.
It, dude. I gotta
get some. Brody, did you see the Chappelle Walking Dead segment from SNL?
No, I haven't.
You need to watch that. That's hilarious. he has the blind KKK guy.
Easter egg. Looking for it.
And then?
Frank, hold your.
Hold what? I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting here, dude.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
I'm just sitting here, dude.
I wasn't.
Shit.
Otherwise, I've got.
Hey,
I'm looking for it.
Hey, Brian, what's the next? No, Johnny, take your time. Take your time. No hurries.
The following contest is scheduled for Woodfall.
And it is not so phenomenal. Hey, guys, you know what? We need to create a match and submit it to the WWE.
Yeah, let's have Sean versus Mike Pence in a.
No, that ain't it, dude. That ain't it. We gotta create a type of match. Yeah, we gotta create
a Subway pizza.
Subway pizza.
And then
a Subway pizza sounds real good.
Let's call Vince Russo in this.
Oh no.
Let's have a Judy Bagwell on a
Vince Russo. Oh my goodness. Hey, did you guys ever? I don't know if you watched from early 2000.
Ready?
I'm ready, dude. Ready, jabroni.
Oh.
It is time for the Skippy Bayless Bash.
Yep.
Skip Bayless. And now it is our turn. Now.
What?
With all the interruptions, we're going to do it one more time on Potluck Friday.
Sean, why don't you act like a 30-year-old? My goodness.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Let's do our damn theme song. Gosh.
Sean, look, Sean, I was at the gym this morning. I'm around your age, and they act way more.
And then
How many Myers do we have today? Boy, that was rude. No, I couldn't even get through a damn theme song without all. I'm sitting here listening to these interruptions, one interruption after another. Boy, when are we ever going to work on getting with interrupting a simple theme song?
Sean, I'm just curious if you graduated from elementary school, dude. Yeah, how many mice do we have?
yeah.
Frank, shut up and listen to the Myers.
And then
Frank and Browning, quiet.
What?
What?
Gosh, how many mice do we have today?
Dude, that's fine. You say my, you say and then, and I say what?
Shut up and listen. He can't get to the mice. Go ahead, Josh.
All right. Welcome everybody to the Bat Shower. Sean, get ready because we have an Al Horford level of quotes today.
oh
What? An Al Horford level of quotes 42?
Yes.
oh
Good to see that you're actually paying attention to the game and what the jersey numbers are for these guys.
No, 42
yeah.
mice?
Oh.
Oh.
Sean, act like a normal civil adult, dude. It ain't
But
that
the
hard.
guy beat it in the butt. The guy doesn't know this.
Damn.
Be quiet.
Sean, what's worse?
All right, I got three movies for people to go out of their way to watch in theaters. All right, first one, Bad Moms 2. All right, I love that movie. And by the way, Mila Kunis has one of the hottest waterfalls of all time. I don't care.
That's what with John Cena in it, right?
No, no. The second one I'm talking about does have John Cena in it. Daddy's Home 2 with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. That should be funny.
Yeah.
And third one, Justice League came out last night, so I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to watching Daddy's Home or Justice League this week.
Dude, I can watch them. I can watch the movies free online.
Star Wars. Star Wars is coming out in a couple
I'm not a
weeks.
Star Wars fan. I'm not a Star Wars fan, dude. I'm a Star Wars fan. And if I were a Star Wars fan,
That deserves a
Sean,
mute.
I was trying to explain something here, dumbass. Shut up. If I were a Star Wars fan, and we know how we are about ifs, I would actually go to the theater and see it because it's in 3D. When it comes to movies, I do have a 3 streaming website I will watch it on, unless there's a movie in IMAX or 3D. In that case, I will go to the theater.
Josh, are you going to go and watch Star Wars when it comes out in a couple weeks?
Yes. And by the way, I think I'm counting 23 mutes in this chat box over here that I see over here.
And I haven't muted anybody.
I'm talking about Walmart Boy.
Josh, you've muted me so much today. Oh, my God.
All right, here we go.
And then
Skip it to the mic.
Yeah, you get the point.
yeah, really.
My Boston Red Sox made a mistake signing Alex Cora as their next manager.
What the crap is this? I can't believe this. The
Believe
guy
it.
can you say such a thing.
Shut up.
Goodness gracious.
Take balls of fire.
Oh,
Sean.
Next one for Frank. Here we go.
Oh,
Cool, dude.
Oh, next
Well,
one
for
for
me,
me.
I never get anyone's, dude. Why are you going to me? I never get anyone's.
You deserve it. Quiet.
Skippy Bayless said that Walter Payton is the most overrated running back in the history of the NFL.
I'll say this though about Walter Payton. I'll say this. Let me say this about Payton. I'll admit there were better running backs than Walter Payton, particularly Barry Sanders, who would have broken Emmitt Smith's record if he had not retired early. Walter Payton was the best overall football player I've ever seen. He could run, he could block, he could pass, and I'm sure he could kick as well. From an overall football standpoint, Walter Payton's the best. Not running back, football player.
I'm sure Frankie would say, well, come on, Frank. He only won 1 Super Bowl. He could have done more.
Yeah, well, guess what? Dan Marino was a great quarterback, and he played in 1 Super Bowl, and he didn't win it.
Yeah, that's a good point there. Marino.
And you know what? If you look at Peyton, I mean, my goodness. The majority, Peyton was actually at his best when the Bears sucked anyway.
Yeah, you couldn't, 85 Bears, you couldn't.
Well, but that was more of the defense, though. Peyton was great that year, but his better years, Sean, were late 70s, early 80s, and the defense was what made that team win the Super Bowl, hands down.
Josh is angry. Disrespecting legends. Ezekiel Elliott can't lace Peyton's shoes. Peyton is the coach. Oh my gosh. He is angry. My.
And then?
I like it.
What?
I like that.
Are we going on? What's the next quote? I don't got all day. I'm hungry.
Skip us to the mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
My New England Patriots will lose to the Oakland Raiders this Sunday.
Didn't they play Oakland?
Yes, they did.
Browning, I saw that laugh. You better shut your gap there, Browning. Because it's
laughing. I don't hear him laugh.
They are not going to lose to the
Raiders.
Yeah, you know, Browning, it's so funny that you go against the Patriots every time, and yet you always lose in the picks.
Oh, yeah, I'm in second place, by the way.
You know what I say, little smartass? Take that. Now, anyway, I can say beyond any doubt that the Pats are not going to lose in Mexico. By the way, they're playing in Mexico.
And then?
Hey, let's all get our tickets. Let's save up money. Let's go to Mexico City. Get your passports ready, and let's go watch the game and be with the Mexican.
Oh, fine, dude. Don't get awesome Mexican food. Yes, I'm for that.
Yeah, Josh, let's go. Let's go to Mexico City.
Dude, really nothing. Dude, look at great Mexican food down there. I guarantee it. I'll blow away Pepe's Mexican food, and Pepe's I love.
Pepe's tacos.
Pepe's tacos are awesome. Let's go to Mexico City. My goodness.
You're already in Mexico City. Yeah, Mexico.
And then?
Yeah, well, the Mexico game is not a Monday Night Football game. It's actually going to be on CBS.
Oh, boy.
In the afternoon.
Wait, we don't get that game. Wait, we don't get that game because the Bears aren't home and on Fox.
Tony Romo and on the goal.
Now, how do you guys feel about? Okay, let's have a little assessment here. How do you all feel about Tony Romo's first year in the broadcast booth?
I love it. I love it. He's doing a great job.
Browning?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's all right.
He's doing a great job.
What do you think? Josh, what do you think of Tony Romo?
Meh. All right, next one.
Tony who?
Skip us to the mic.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. You get the point, dude.
My Boston Bruins are going to go on a 20-game losing streak.
I got it.
Wait, it might just happen. I'm sorry. As much as I disagree with you about anything, I might have to agree because I did hear something since I talked to a lot of my friends back east that they were saying that the Bruins may have to throw in the white flag or throw in the flag because it's pretty bad right now with the way the Bruins are playing.
Have you called it WEEI yet?
Well, soon I might be calling in and whipping the mask and saying, "Move your slow butt and start playing better."
On the line right now, we have John from what? Idaho? What?
That's what you know. What actually, Josh? They actually ask about that. They always ask and say, "Where the heck is Idaho?" And then, of course, one of the guys was like, "Going, I've only been to Pocatello like one time."
All right,
it's funny, but I get a kick out of my perspective.
Oh, boy.
Skippy Bayless.
Oh, Browning is next.
Sean, hold your boner, dude. God.
Yeah. Skip Bayless.
Great. Shut up.
Get to next somebody. Good son.
All right. Damn you, Brownie. All right, let's go to the next one. Skip Bayless to mine.
Yeah.
My Boston Celtics should consider trading Al Horford before the trade deadline.
That is a stupid move. Oh, my gosh. Al Horford. Hey, Skip Bayless, did you see what Al Horford did? He threw a tomahawk dunk last night. And he also dunked. Yeah, he had two big dunk, Skip Bayless.
I gotta tell you this. It was pretty odd seeing the Celtics wear green at home last night.
Yeah, that green was nice. That's like St.
It
Patrick's
is.
Day green.
I like the green. Well, Sean, you do know there is no more home and away uniform rule ananymore in the NBA.
That's dumb, by the way.
Dude, wait.
Why is it dumb, Josh? Come on.
I actually like it. Hold on. I'm with Sean on this one. I like the.
It looks dumb.
Why
Why do I need to see the Bulls home jerseys in like New Orleans or Charlotte? Put on the damn road jerseys.
Yeah, but don't you get the sense it looks like? Don't you get the sense that when the Bulls played the Thunder, at the start of the season, it looked like a color rush?
Hey, let me say this, by the way. Nico Mirotic, stop acting like a little bitch. Get over the fact that you got punched in the face and act like a grown man and move on from the fight. It's either me or Bobby. Who the hell do you think you are?
I don't know. Who is he, dude?
Jackass. All right.
There you go.
Brownie, here's the code for you, all right?
Oh, this sounded really good.
That Dak Prescott's going to throw 3 touchdowns against the Eagles.
Really? I don't see that happening. Doubtful.
Here we go, Walmart boy.
What? Yeah, shut your mouth and know your role. Here, as a matter of fact, take this.
I could say, Browning, it might start being to be the decline for the Philadelphia Eagles going downhill.
Shut your mouth. Sean, you don't see us laughing.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles going right down the tube. Right? They're 8-1.
All right, next one.
You know what's
Skip us in there.
You know what, Like, that's so stupid.
Sean, you're the Richard Simmons of the show anyway. You kind of remind me of Richard Simmons.
Hey, stop comparing me to Richard Simmons, jackass.
Well, you don't look like him, but you kind of are like him in terms of demeanor.
Oh.
All right, next one. Skip Bayless said that my Philadelphia Eagles will go on a 3-game losing streak.
I doubt that. Shut your mouth.
Klein right there.
Look at Browning in the chat room. Really?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Skip. 3-game losing.
Drink it in, man.
Come on.
Maybe a 7-game losing streak, Browning.
Oh, bro, Frank. That's tremendous.
Which one? Which photo is it?
One right now. Skip. Yes.
Well, it's true.
You know something, Frank?
Sean, don't you drink? Sean, you're.
Oh.
Sean, you were. Sean, don't you wish? I'm sure you wish it wins. You could be in the locker room naked.
Oh my God. Eagles ain't gonna be on a 3-game losing streak. They're 8-1. Next.
All right, next one. Last Skippy code of the day, actually.
Is it about Trump?
Yes, it is.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Hey, he's the president.
Not the best. She's an
Brownie,
idiot.
mute yourself, please, for the love of God. Damn freaking Mo Long.
I lived through Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama. Can't be that bad.
All right.
Trump is worse. He sucks. He's a horrible prick.
Skip us into mine. New England Patriots should bring in Donald Trump as the CEO of football operations.
No.
Stop.
That is so stupid. Look, relations are already bad with Kraft because of his whole thing on the national anthem, Skip. What makes me think, oh, man, I'll be sick to my stomach if I'd ever see Trump set foot in Boston. You know what, Trump? Why doesn't he could be owner of the Chicago White Sox?
And then
There we got an owner, dude. Jerry Reinsdorf.
Well, he's getting old. You know, he could bring Trump in here and he could fix things up. And, you know.
I don't think Trump has time for any either job.
I don't know. That's a reference. Skippy Bayless Bash. I'll have some more quotes for you on next week. Yes.
Hey, thanks for the point and pick 'em because Pittsburgh beat Tennessee.
I got the point too. So
Yeah, I did too.
for anything.
and then
I think I'm up to 96 right now. To be honest,
You're up to 94. You're only up by 6, so I'm coming back.
6 more points to 100. Yes.
nice.
Big stinking deal. Let's have Let's have a pity party because he's going to get up to over 100.
All right, let's go to the NFL picks because we also had talk about Survivor Series.
All right, let's get on it. Here we go.
Yes. Let's go to the NFL right now, ladies and gentlemen. NFL Week 11. We are 6 weeks away from all the playoff scenarios and all that fun stuff.
God damn, it's going really fast.
We are starting off with an NFC North matchup. The Lions coming off a pathetic at best effort against the Cleveland Browns last week, taking on the Bears, who lost last week. A physical game, but just too many mental mistakes caught the Bears in the butt at the end of the day. They did lose to the Packers. They didn't get blown out, but they did lose to the Packers. Lions and Bears. This one's on Fox. We have the one and only Gene Steratore as our referee this week, Frank.
Wait. Let me ask you this. How'd you find out Gene Steratore is officiating this game, dude?
They posted on Twitter, like, who's going to be announcing and refereeing. They put it on Twitter.
Yeah, but nobody cares. I care about. I would say I could care less about who's announced. Are you talking about the network TV guys?
Yeah, it's Tom Brenneman and Chris Spielman.
I don't care about them. I mean, I'm not nothing to be mean against them. I hope they have a good broadcast and all, but I care more about who's officiating this game because you can tell some of these officials are bad.
Well, Gene Steratore is officiating this game, and the Lions are a 3-point favorite. The Bears have been good against the spread this year. They do have a 3-6 record. I'm going with the Bears. There's no reason why they can't beat the Detroit Lions. I get that everybody's upset and disappointed that we didn't beat the Packers. And trust me, there's no person on this earth that hates the Packers more than I do. I was very disappointed on Sunday. I had to hear from my Uncle Vito and the bunch of bullshit from him. But I'm going with the Bears to rebound this week and show some damn pride. And Jordan Howard's going to put a foot up the Detroit Lions' ass. So I'll go with the Bears.
All right, I'll take the Bears too. I think it'll be a close one. I don't think it's going to be a rout, but the Lions. I mean, for them to have trouble against the Browns, that should be a white flag in itself. I'll take the Bears.
Browning.
I got Detroit.
All right.
Oh, so it comes to me. Josh and Frank, thank you for the point. I'm taking the Detroit Lions to go into Chicago to defeat the Chicago Bears.
How do you know you're getting a point, dude?
I'm going to get it because I picked the Bears to beat the Packers, and I can't believe they lost to Green Bay. I'm taking Detroit. I think the Lions need this game to keep their playoff hopes.
Playoffs?
Well, they could get a chance to win next week on Thursday against the Vikings.
That'll be wild.
This is a big stretch for the Lions because they got 2 divisional games back-to-back like this. So, right, next one, we have the Ravens on the road at the Green Bay Packers. The Ravens are coming off their bye week. I'm going with the Ravens.
Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens.
What I saw from the Packers last week was a fluke. A fluke. I'll go with the Ravens.
They were lucky.
Maybe somewhat.
Baltimore.
All right, first Ethiopia game of the
year one. We have
the Jaguars at the Cleveland Browns.
Why?
It is.
Why?
Jaguars. I'm not even Jaguars. Just one word or 2 words. Jacksonville Jaguars.
I can't believe that.
Want to watch? I'm going with Jacksonville.
I can't believe the Jaguars are going to be 7-3.
Jaguars.
Hey, how much are they selling for these tickets on StubHub?
$10.
10 cents.
$10, Browning.
Ethiopia, Hut said Hut. I think we found. I think we found our first tie of the NFL season.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, $6. Hold on. The cheapest ticket. Get ready for this. $6 can get you into this Jacksonville Cleveland game on StubHub. $6.
Not bad.
A lot of people $6.
Not bad.
But don't you guys feel bad for the Brown 9? Don't you feel bad for Cleveland?
No, I don't. I don't.
What do you mean? I mean, they could come up one of these days.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they do. I'll be happy for them.
What's this thing? Okay.
They got the Cavaliers. They already got a championship.
I found the first game that will have a tie in this NFL season. We have the Arizona Cardinals at the Houston Texans.
Oh man.
Why can't you pick ties? I only see you can pick a team, but you can't pick a tie. That sucks.
This is crazy.
So who you want? Are you gonna go with Tom Savage or Drew Stanton? Because Carson Palmer's not playing this game.
Okay, fine. I'll just take Houston because of a coin flip. There.
I'll just give it to the Texans. It'll probably be a field goal game, maybe like a 9-6 Texans win. Both teams aren't very good.
Let's go with Houston.
Houston.
You have a problem.
All right, this one's a big one in Minnesota. We have the 7-2 Rams at the 7-2 Minnesota Vikings. I am going with the Los Angeles Rams to beat the Vikings in Minnesota. I'm going with the Rams. It's an upset. That's one of my upsets of the week. I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Vikings.
It's been so funny having to listen to my dad's side of the family tell me, remind me about how great the Vikings are, and that they think, oh, John, wouldn't it be so sweet to have the first team ever to host a Super Bowl? I'm like, please, I don't need to hear about it. I said, look, the Vikings will choke because they're a cursed organization. Just like the time in Super Bowl 51 when the family was giving me a bunch of crap and New England lost. And I came back and I said
something.
What?
I just thought of something. Next year, the NFC North plays the AFC East. Hold on.
Oh my God.
How about next year on Thanksgiving? How about the Patriots play the Vikings?
Oh.
Yeah, could you imagine Thanksgiving? Yeah, could you imagine Thanksgiving dinner at your house, Sean?
I ain't watching that.
Man.
Oh, we got to deal with. Oh no, the Patriots are coming to Soldier Field next year.
I think they are. Let me check the Bears. Hold on. I don't know. Did they go to New England? Wait, they went to New. I think they are. Yeah, that's right. The Patriots come here next year.
And we do remember, Josh, the last time that the Patriots played the Bears in 2014.
Yeah, Mark Trestman was the coach. This is a totally different team. I hope Leonard Floyd sacks Tom Brady. How about that?
I'll have my Brady jersey on and another Patriots fan. But I'm going to say this, that right now my dad's side of the family is already saying the Vikings are going to win the Super Bowl, Sean, and you're going to wear Vikings stuff. I said, you're not going to put any of that goddamn crap on me. I will not wear any stupid Viking crap. I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams to go into U.S. Bank Stadium and win. I will have to admit, though, U.S. Bank Stadium, that's a pretty nice place.
Oh, yeah, it looks beautiful. Oh, the stadium are nice. They're getting a Super Bowl. I'm happy for them.
I got the Rams.
Oh, man. Who are you taking? Frank's got the Vikes?
I'm taking the Vikings. I'll say this, U.S. Bank Stadium is better than what we have with the spaceship.
Anybody else didn't pick yet?
Metrodome. Way better than the
Metrodome. Yeah, duh. That's why
you guys make your pick yet?
I did. I said Minnesota, dude.
Right. Next one. Redskins at the Saints. I'm going with the Saints.
Saints.
Hail to the Redskins. No, I'm kidding. I'm taking the Saints to beat the Redskins.
This is going to be a blowout.
All right. Chiefs at the Giants.
Oh my God!
We should actually face. Are we all on the Chiefs here?
Yeah. This one's Ethiopia worthy.
The Giants are looking at maybe firing their coach McAdoo after this.
Duh! Of course, be fired.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Next.
So we gotta move on. Dolphins at home against the Buccaneers.
Who cares? This is Ethiopia.
I got Jay Cutler.
I'm taking the Dolphins. This is Ethiopia.
Dolphins.
Although the Buccaneers did beat the New York Jets, they're not going to beat the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, guys, take your pick. Next.
Bills at the LA Chargers.
Ethiopia. Oh my gosh, that's Ethiopia too.
Jeez, Bills.
Who do we have this week?
I got the Chargers.
I'll take.
Wow.
I got the Chargers as well.
I'm going to take the Chargers because the Bills are just doing exactly what I always see out of them. They go 4-1 and downhill.
The only handicap match. All right, next one. Broncos. No, my bad. Bengals at the Broncos.
Oh my God.
The Broncos.
I'll go with the Broncos. Cincinnati's overrated.
Broncos.
Both teams are horrible. Denver's lost 5 straight games.
This should be a tie.
Oh yeah, this could be a tie.
It is Andy Dalton after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh. What do you think of that Andy Dalton now? Remember how Jeff liked the Andy Dalton?
Yeah, it was one of his favorite quarterbacks. Patriots in Mexico against the Oakland Raiders.
Oh yeah, Mexico City.
Much to my chagrin, I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, me too.
The Patriots Nation will be 8-2.
Yeah, we know. You don't have to answer that. We know you're going for the Patriots, dude.
Oh, yeah,
That's
man.
probably
Yeah.
default. Brownie.
I got the Raiders.
Okay, that's a handicap match. 3-on-1.
Yeah, you know what, Browning? You are
He says it every single week. He always feels the opposite way.
Yeah, you go against them, and you know what happens, Browning? You always end up losing toward the end. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you for the
What?
points, by the way. Eagles at the Cowboys at Jerry World.
Fly, Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. I'm with the Vikings. Come on, Eagles.
Eagles fly.
That's three.
To victory.
Be quiet.
Okay, Sean. Sean?
Listen to this. I can't believe
Oh
I
my
said
God.
this. Throughout the year, I picked the Dallas Cowboys to win.
Just pick
quiet.
already. Gosh, you don't have to cry. Be emotional. It's just picks.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
take the Eagles. Cripes, you don't have to fucking mute me and act like jackasses. I was only having fun, you fuckers.
Yes, I don't know why you muted him, Browning.
Why'd you do it?
Well, I thought I was going to say Cowboys.
But yeah, that's.
I was gonna
okay.
say Eagles. What the fuck is
Yeah,
your
dude.
problem?
If he said Cowboys, it's a free country.
I know.
I was thinking, yeah, he didn't have to mute me. I was doing it in a fun way. All right, never mind.
Next one. Monday Night Football.
Yeah, boy.
Monday Night Raw after Survivor Series, though.
Yes, right?
Yeah. You think we're gonna have this Raw, especially the night after a pay-per-view?
I like to start a petition. Can we stop having primetime games in Seattle? Please.
Seattle.
What's the matter, Josh? It's the home of the 12th man.
Fine, and I'll take the Seahawks.
Sorry,
Oh, boy.
Hey, from me to you, screw the 12th man.
Now, Josh, how would you like to go to Seattle and listen to the loudest fans in Seattle and go to Quest Field out there in Seattle?
God.
I'll take Seattle, but they're not going to the Super Bowl. Mark my words on that.
I'll
All
take
right,
the
next one.
Seahawks.
Seahawks, we got two on the Seahawks.
Atlanta.
I'll go with the Seahawks.
Oh, we got a handicap match.
But the injury to Richard Sherman is going to bite Seattle in the butt.
They will in the long run. In the long run.
Oh, the Eagles album. In the
Eagles
long run.
And the life in the
Poor-
fast lane.
Poor Cowboys. I picked them every week, and they couldn't. They're not going to do it. And now Philadelphia's going to run away with the
Yep.
East.
Oh, hopefully the Bears can beat the Eagles.
Oh,
fun.
man, the Bears and the Eagles. That's your.
Oh yeah, they play in a couple weeks. That's right. Yeah, they do.
What
play
is that game?
Week after next.
It's next Sunday.
Yeah, not
Oh,
this
okay.
Sunday, next
Wait
Sunday.
a minute. Do I suspect a bet between
No,
Josh and
no.
Browning?
No, Sean, they don't make bets. Sean, they don't make those queer cheap.
No
The
shot.
only bets I
that's
do
dude.
is with Sean.
No, those days are over. January 20th. That was a nightmare.
And then
All right. Thank you guys so much.
That's all right, Browning.
Check out our football picks. Best of luck to all the teams.
Yep.
Very unpredictable world of the NFL as always.
Yeah, it is. Hard to say.
Thank God we don't have any Indianapolis Colts games.
yeah.
It's just hard to believe that for reals how fast it's already going. I know.
Unfortunately, you're the Browns, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. The 49ers, they don't play two this week.
No
Yeah.
or Jets either.
No, the Jets are off. They play the Panthers, I believe, next weekend.
Oh, by the way,
Lord.
they announced yesterday
Watch
that
that.
Survivor Series is going to be in Los Angeles at the Staples Center next year, so that's pretty cool.
Awesome. We're
All
going
right.
to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to our predictions for Survivor Series before we
Yes!
spoke the word.
Go Team Raw! Team Raw all the way! Hey, Sean, get back here. Who are your picks for Survivor Series?
Well, I'm not involved in this. I just had to.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
Sean doesn't know what's going on.
Team Raw. Team Raw. They got Triple H on Team Raw and Cena on Team SmackDown. Go Raw.
By the way, I want to
Oh,
just
man.
ask you straight up, guys. Are you looking forward to the pay-per-view or no?
Well, you gotta believe me, of course, dude. This stuff. You look
I
at
am.
the card. If you look at this card, you got some great matchups. You got Lesnar and Styles. I mentioned Team
Yeah.
Raw again and Team SmackDown.
Yep.
The Miz and Corbin, decent matchup. But don't forget too, we got Bliss and Charlotte.
Not only that, think about this. You have the Bar and the Usos.
That's right.
And you got the New Day against the Shield.
This card is shaping up to be one of the best pay-per-views of the year, hands down.
Now, I'm personally glad that they put this match on the kickoff show. We have Enzo against Kalisto. And Brownie, please unmute yourself.
Now, who muted you, dude?
I got more still.
Oh.
No.
That's fine. Go ahead. Frank, good.
Oh, wait. Talk about Deborah Khalid. I know it's for. I know there's a title here.
Yeah.
I know. All right. What is it? The cruiserweight again?
Yeah.
I'll take Enzo. I'll take Enzo defending the title, hands down.
I'm gonna go with Kalisto to win. Our Chicago guy. Kalisto is from Chicago.
Yeah, Kalisto. That's right. I'll take Enzo though. I think it'll be a great match though.
Can stand Enzo.
Damn Enzo. All right, next one. Alexa Bliss against Charlotte Flair.
Oh man, it's a tough one.
Who cares? We all win.
Yeah, Waterfall City.
Yeah, we all win. I don't care who wins.
And
no, I think Charlotte's gonna win this one.
I got Charlotte.
I got Charlotte.
I like Charlotte too, but I'm going with Bliss.
I gotta tell you, this card is really shaping up to be one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
All right,
Yeah.
5-on-5 women's Raw for
man,
match. Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley representing Team Raw against Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi, Tamina Snuka, and a wrestler to be announced at the review.
Mystery opponent.
And that mystery opponent will be Paige.
I bet you it is. You know what? Just wait, Glory Hump. It will be Paige.
I'm going with
She's
Team.
not on the card.
I'll go with Team SmackDown actually to beat Team Raw in this match.
Yeah, so am I, especially Naomi.
I'll go with Becky Lynch to be the sole survivor.
Team SmackDown.
Okay, we're all on SmackDown. We're all on Team SmackDown, dude. Okay.
All right, let's do this. Miz against Baron Corbin. I got the Miz.
Yeah, so I gotta go. I'm gonna give some Chicago love here. I gotta go with the Miz.
Baron Corbin.
Besides, the Miz has more manpower than Corbin does.
Yeah. The Usos.
Yeah,
the Usos push the bar.
Oh.
I got the Usos. Honestly, for me, from a play-by-play standpoint, Brian, you know how I do those articles. This is the match I'm looking forward to the most. So I'll go with the Usos to beat the bar.
You know, I'll take the Usos as well. That's a tough one. I know Cesar and Sheamus.
Cesar.
Or Cesar, sorry, probably.
Cesar.
Usos.
Down since that day one-ish. We've been down since.
I like their
day
entrance.
one-ish. Line them all up and
Can't wait to hear
down
that
like this.
Can't wait to hear that next Tuesday.
Hey, by the way, do you think the Miz can invite me on Miz TV?
No shot.
Ah, dude, I want to be on Miz TV.
Welcome to the most entertaining.
Okay, we're all on the Usos, right?
Yep.
All right, New Day against the Shield. I got the Shield.
Dude, I'm taking New Day. I mean, I saw New Day, what they were able to, I mean, on Raw Monday. I think New Day's going to win this match.
New Day?
Yeah, notice how New Day came out through the crowd on Monday.
I'm a Shield mark at fault, so I'm going with the Shield.
I like the Shield too and everything, but I'm going New Day still.
Or New Day.
No, because you're one of those fans that hates on Roman Reigns even though he gets pops every season.
New Day? Don't you dare be sour.
All right, Brock Lesnar gets AJ Styles.
Oh, dude. I want Styles to win, but I have a feeling Lesnar is going to. I'm a huge Styles fan. I like the dues he's paid to get to this stage. But I have to say Lesnar here, based on history.
I got Brock as well.
Yeah.
Styles.
Also, go AJ. Go AJ. I hope I'm wrong on this one.
Got AJ.
And by the way, if Jinder interferes with the match, I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad about that because it makes sense. AJ took the title from him, but I don't think it's going to happen because they did that little segment in the backstage of SmackDown this week where Jinder told them, "Oh, I'm going to come after your title." Like he already told them.
Yeah, I saw that
before the pay-per-view. So I don't think Jinder is going to interfere in the match, but if he does, it's not my hill to die on. So I just want to throw that out there, right? So I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar. This match is going to be crazy.
Got AJ.
I got Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Lesnar's one of the toughest opponents of the last decade.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, boys. Main event time.
Oh, yeah. Raw SmackDown.
Raw for SmackDown. The Team Raw loses Kurt Angle is fired.
Oh.
All right, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Triple H going against Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, Nakamura, and John Cena.
I'm hoping Team Raw wins. Look, I'm going with Raw on this one because anytime you got somebody like Triple H, I know you got Angle, but anytime you got somebody with Triple H, it's hard not to go up against a team that has Triple H in it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going with Team Raw, and I have Braun Strowman be the sole survivor.
Yeah. Plus, I don't like Cena.
Team Raw.
All right,
It's
folks.
Braun Strowman.
All right, here we go, folks. That's our predictions for the series of Survival. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
This pay-per-view is gonna kick you. This pay-per-view is gonna kick you to what?
All right,
Just
folks,
watch.
let's get to the spoken word.
I guess I'll go. My spoken word? Hey, can't think of anything else. You wake up every morning, consider yourself to have one pretty good life.
Yep.
One day as always.
Amen.
I agree.
I'll go next. Great show as always. I don't know if we're gonna do a show Monday because we got Thanksgiving coming up next week.
Woo-hoo!
I also forgot to mention too. Our thoughts and prayers go out to another shooting that was really sad out in California that wounded elementary school children. It continues to always be sad why these things just inexcusable and so senseless. Like people have to continue to be acting like this, but. Like we always say, try to always enjoy living every day to the fullest because you never know what can end up happening. So have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the sports weekend. Enjoy the WWE events that Frank, Josh, and Browning went over. So see you back maybe Monday.
Heck yeah.
Totally up to what Josh decides if you want to do it on Monday.
Browning?
Spoken Word is a good show as always. And shout out to my boy Chucky Shirt that misses doing himself and Matt Stevens.
What up, Chuck E. Cheese Smooth?
What up, Chuck E. Cheese Smooth?
Stop stealing my line, Pat. What up, Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Gluey Hump. You don't want to sound like a woman on her period. Sean, you sound like a woman.
Have some respect.
I do. I'm just being truthful here, dude.
God.
Classic tradition.
Chucky.
Guys, my spoken word of the day goes as follows. Enjoy your life. Remember, you're the director of your life story. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Tell your story at the end of the day. Nobody else's story. You don't have to live for anybody else. Yes, you can love your family and all that, but at the end of the day, all that matters is what's in your heart and what you want to do. For you.
Love it, Chloe Hump. Love it, dude. Love
it. Trust and faith in God. And thank you guys so much for checking out the Sports Right Today. It's 207 episodes. Once again, we'll give a shout out to Mike and Mike for their tremendous run on ESPN Radio.
Cheers!
18 years, well served of a run. One of the last few good things that were ever on ESPN. So, say that at least.
That's true.
So make sure you guys enjoy Survivor Series.
Lord knows I will.
Enjoy NXT TakeOver War Games on Saturday. That should be fun. And on that note, thank you guys so much for checking out the show. Make sure to follow the Walmer Boy on Twitter at SeanMan Red Sox. Follow the Big Bag of Win on Twitter at Big Win Frank. I'm at Twitter at Notorious Shashi. Brownie is at Twitter at Brownie Master. And believe me, we have the number one sports talk show in the world. The number one. It's absolutely phenomenal. Believe me. I don't know, from Brownie Master, the Big Bag of Win, and the Walmart Boy, a.k.a. the Grinch. I am the Gluey Hump, Josh Lopez. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Sports Drive. Enjoy Survivor Series, and we'll talk to you next week. Go Bears!
I am not even.
Eagles.
Go Red Sox, Bruins, Pats, Celtics.